This is He Knows His Sport, bringing you that heat and that fire. All right, I wanted to talk to you guys about black seed oil. There's a recent update that I want to give you guys on regarding the black seed oil, regarding the apple cider vinegar, and regarding the organic, locally grown honey that I was telling you guys about in my previous video. Just wanted to give you an update. A big thing happened. It was a crazy thing that happened, to be honest with you. As a matter of fact, this is something that should never happen again. I ran out of black seed oil. I had ran out of black seed oil, and it was like the worst time of my life. When I say that, I mean all of the benefits of what I was feeling when I was on the black seed oil. I wasn't feeling those benefits anymore. As a matter of fact, everything just felt all out of whack. I was feeling sluggish again. I was feeling, lethargic. My body wasn't responding to the normal stimuli that it normally does. I felt acidic. I felt gassy. All of these things that black seed oil is known to, keep at bay, from daily usage. Because, like I said in previous videos, your body constantly has oxidative stress. So basically, what that means is that, because of the, environmental elements, because of, the stress that you put on your body every day, you're gonna continuously have buildup. You're gonna have inflammation. In all essence, that's what it is. So the daily usage of black seed oil, in combination with the apple cider vinegar, in combination with a locally grown raw organic honey that has no preservatives, no additives, keeps everything at bay. And unfortunately, I didn't have the black seed oil. And me, I'm a firm believer that I was taking all of them in three, the black seed oil, the apple cider vinegar, and the raw honey. And since I didn't have the black seed oil, there was no need for me to take the apple cider vinegar and the raw honey, because I didn't feel that I was going to get the full benefits because I was missing one. I believe that, that combination worked for me. Again, I'm only speaking for me, and I'm only speaking from my experiences. But from the extensive research that I've done in the past, it seems as if these products have been beneficial to the masses. It's been beneficial to a lot of folks. So I went through a 3 week period. I'm telling you right now, it was like the worst 3 weeks of my life. And I told myself, never again. As a matter of fact, the black seed oil has gotten so popular to the point where, I was going from vitamin shop to vitamin shop to look for black seed oil. I couldn't find it. Every time I called, or every time I drove into one, they would say that it was on, back order. It wasn't available, and that they wouldn't have an order until like 2 or 3 weeks later. So it's funny, but I feel like the word has gotten out, and me being one of the benefactors of that, it's like bittersweet. I'm happy that that has happened, and I'm happy that the masses is catching on. But at the same time, I'm like, shoot, I can't get no black seed oil. I try to look online, through Amazon. All of the, orders were backdated, all the way up until March. So I was screwed. And you're talking about, this is mid-February, and I ran out of black seed oil. And I told myself, never again. And, I was buying those little 4 ounces of the Amazing Herbs. Shout out to Amazing Herbs black seed oil. Just remember, I can promote you guys, because I believe in your product. You guys do not use any additives. You guys do not use any preservatives. Yours product is 100% alcohol free, 100% solvent free. So, send me some free samples. I'm definitely gonna continue to push your product. Watch this video so that you guys can continue to send me samples so that I can keep promoting your products out there to the masses, because I believe in your product. So I just want to put that shout out there. But by the way, back to what I was saying. I felt, and normally I don't use this terminology because I'm not one of the YouTubers that's intense in my speech, but literally, and I have to say this, I felt like shit. And and I have to be frank about that. And I told myself never again. It got to the point where I couldn't even get the black seed oil. The oil is the most potent because it hits your bloodstream at an expedient rate. But I had to settle for the black seed capsules, and they're working. It took time. It's not like it worked instantaneously like the oil, but I have it. And that's what I was able to get as an emergency. And of course, I got a back order, you know, to make sure that now I get a 32 ounce, because I firmly believe that if you're gonna do these things, you got to get them, in bulk. You can't have it in small dosage. So it was a mistake that I made, and it will never happen again. But I just wanted to put it out there that this is never going to happen. And those three weeks just felt like the worst. I was having headaches. I wasn't feeling all of the energy that I was telling you guys, where I felt like I was bouncing all over the place. I recently moved, so it was just a lot of things compounded that if I had that black seed oil, it would have sustained me. It would have continued to give me exactly what I needed for me to be able to make it through the hump, make it over the hump, and make it through the day. So I just wanted to, tell you guys, this product is potent. This product it's the real deal. Like that term they say, the real deal Holyfield. That product is no joke. Those who are already on black seed, I would tell you, make sure you have that product in bulk and make sure you have it on repeat. Me, from here on out, I'm going to make sure that I do that, especially being a person who advocates the product. I should know better. I should be better. So I'm just putting it out there that, I just want to share my experience on, me being without black seed oil for 3 weeks, what that felt like. And now that I've been back on it, everything has regulated back. I feel that, all my energy is back up to par. I feel that I can make it through the days. And I just feel overall that, everything is feeling, good again, the way that it was, when I was taking these products on a regular regimen. So, I just wanted to share that with you guys, because I think it's very important to understand that it's not only important for the daily usage of these products, but it's also important to continue to maintain the usage of these products. So again, there was some other aspect that I wanted to talk about, in this video, where I wanted to share, because I know there was previous comments where folks were kind of confused on, how to take the black seed oil with the apple cider vinegar, with the locally grown raw honey, without preservatives or additives. It's important I keep saying that, because I want that to marinate in you guys' brain. I want you guys to digest that information so that you can get the right stuff. The way that I do it is, for the black seed oil, I take 1 teaspoon of the black seed oil. This is when I get up first thing in the morning, before I put anything in my stomach. This is on an empty stomach. I take 1 teaspoon of the black seed oil. I take 1 tablespoon of the apple cider vinegar, and I take half of a teaspoon of the raw honey. This is the combination that I do, and in no particular order. And I do all of this in one shot, in one sitting. But the main thing is this: either I drink the apple cider vinegar first, and then I take the black seed oil in combination with the honey, or I do the black seed oil first in combination with the honey, and then I drink the apple cider vinegar. So again, I take 1 teaspoon of the black seed oil, I take half a teaspoon of the raw honey, I combine that, put it down my mouth, and then the apple cider vinegar. I know they say that the minimum amount of water that you want to dilute it in is anywhere between 6 to 8 ounces, but I try to dilute it at least 16 ounces of water, because I find that the more water that you dilute it in, the less that you taste it. I mean, you're going to taste it anyways, because apple cider vinegar is acidic. It has 5% of acidity to it, but it's the good kind of acidity that you want. It's the acidity that actually makes your body alkaline, and it brings your body to an alkaline state. But you definitely want to dilute it. You're going to taste it regardless, but I just drink it. I mix it in 16 ounces of water. I stir it up real good. I'm weird. I stir it 50 strokes one way, 50 strokes another, so it's like 100 strokes. That's a regimen that I followed, and I find that to work for me. I'm not saying that you have to do it, but I'm just putting it out there if you want to do that, because I believe that, you know, when you stir it up real good like that, and you get it diluted into the water as much as possible, the less you taste it. The water is obviously going to taste bitter somehow, but it's not going to be so much to the point where it's going to be insanely crazy. And that's what I do. And I take it, you know, in the morning on an empty stomach before I eat anything, and then an hour before I go to bed, I repeat that same process. Now, I've been hearing some other stuff about cinnamon. You know, other folks have done a combined stack where they add cinnamon to it, and then they also add turmeric as well too. Now, all of these are good because cinnamon is anti-inflammatory, turmeric is an anti-inflammatory, so it's good. I mean, if it works for those folks, I can't knock them, because as long as they're, you know, taking these products and they're taking it organically, then I don't see why it's not going to have a benefit. But for me, and I can only speak for me, the stack that I do is black seed oil. I don't use any other product but Amazing Herbs, because I find Amazing Herbs out of all of the commercial products to be the best one. It's the one that has the most potent thymoquinone, and it has the most potent nigelium. Remember what I explained to you guys. The thymoquinone is the anti-inflammatory property that's in black seed oil. The higher the thymoquinone percentage, the better the black seed oil. Black seed oil that's found at its, you know, most richest and most rawest state, the thymoquinone is at 4%. You're not gonna find that in any commercial product, and anybody that tries to sell you that, that's a bunch of rubbish. But what I find with Amazing Herbs is that they're in the high 1%. I think their highest ones that I've seen is 1.24%, and then the ones that I typically get are like 0.95%. That's still pretty high when you think about it from a commercial standpoint. And I find their product to have more than everything else because they're very forthcoming with the ingredients. They're very forthcoming with, you know, the product itself. And every time I've bought from, you know, Amazing Herbs, I haven't had any issues. I haven't had any bad taste. I haven't had you know, any oil come back to me that has this light taste as if it's mixed. That's why I say stay away from these other products, because if you do your research and you read these reviews that other people have to say concerning these other products, you're going to find that a lot of companies, what they do is they take shortcuts, you know. And I don't want to put these other companies out there. I'm only promoting the Amazing Herbs because that's what I take. But what I know from my research is that, you know, they dilute the black seed oil with other oils, so it gives the impression as if you're getting the fullness of the black seed oil, and that's not the case. And what I respect about Amazing Herbs is you're getting the fullness thereof of the black seed oil, and you feel it. You know, it's consistent. You feel the benefits of it over and over and over again, because black seed oil, the way that you're going to know that black seed oil is truly working in your system is, remember, it opens up your blood cells. This is important, you know, for the male or the female anatomy, because when your blood cells is functioning at its maximum proficiency, this means that your ability to, you know, take in oxygen and your ability to breathe out, you know, carbon dioxide allows you to be able to, you know, allows you to be able to, you know, function. It allows you to, your brain to function at a normal level, because remember, your brain needs a lot of oxygen in order for it to function. Your heart needs a lot of oxygen in order for it to function, and then the blood is going to get to the proper levels in the proper areas that they're going to go to. And that's why black seed oil is important, because if you have any issues with, you know, blood restriction, your blood is not, you know, moving, you know, in areas that it's supposed to. A lot of people have issues in their legs because, let's be honest, that your legs are in your lower region and they're the most farthest removed from your heart, and a lot of times the circulation there can be restricted. But what I find is that black seed oil, it breaks all of that down, and it allows the blood to get to all of the areas in your body that your body needs in order for it to function, you know, at its best level. So that's why I promote the product. I think the product is amazing, and I think it does amazing wonders. The apple cider vinegar, I love it because it keeps everything at bay. You won't have acid reflux. For those who have experienced acid reflux, I know, I've had issues with it in the past. Consistently taking apple cider vinegar, it not only puts that at bay, but I think it eliminates it with continual usage. And then also, it keeps inflammation and it keeps the gas down. Because you're not going to be walking around here gassy, burping and farting all over the place. And quite frankly, no one wants somebody around them that's doing that. Again, that alarms to an even bigger issue that your body's acidic and it needs to be put in check. So these things are important. And then honey is a different type of sugar. The misconception that a lot of people think, oh, honey is sugar. Sugar is bad when it's refined sugar, when it's simple sugar. What do I mean when I talk about refined sugar? Refined sugars are sugars that are processed, sugars that are found in processed foods, things like packaged peanut butter, things like these packaged peanut butter and jelly, things that like these cereals that you find on the shelves. Anything, basically, to make it easy for you guys, anything that you see that's in the supermarket that's stored on the shelf and that's supposed to be there for a long life shelf is something that has a lot of preservatives in it, and it's something that has refined sugar in it, and it's not good for you. And then simple sugar is as simple as white sugar. These things are not good for you. People that are using these white sugars, first of all, that's not good. If you're going to use sugar, which I advise against, if you're going to use sugar for any reason, if you have that taste for sugar, because let's be honest, in America we all have that sugary taste, that always have to have something to have sugar in it, then use turbinado sugar or use honey. These are healthier sugars. Use stevia. These are healthier sugars that will not put damage to your body, because when you have too much sugar in your body, what ends up happening is cancer and diseases, they thrive in that environment. So that's why you always want to keep your sugar in place. The daily amount of sugar that you're supposed to intake into your body is no more than 24 grams a day. How many of us as Americans are putting in 3-4 times the amount of 24 grams of sugar per day? Can you think about that? I mean, sometimes just drinking one smoothie can overcome all of the grams of sugar in one day. So hence, that's why we have this epidemic of diabetes, and why we have this epidemic of people having insulin related problems, issues where they're hypoglycemic and things of that nature. So you gotta make sure that you keep your sugar intake in check. And if you're going to take anything that has sugar in it, I highly recommend that you use the best and most organic forms of sugar. To me, honey is the best, especially if you're doing locally grown raw honey that has no preservatives and no additives. Because what honey does is honey brings up your energy level. It's been known. Study has been going on for hundreds and hundreds, matter of fact, thousands of years, that when you take honey, that's why I do the combination of honey with the black seed oil and the apple cider vinegar. It helps with the energy aspect. And then not only that, the honey itself is an anti-inflammatory, so it helps with inflammation as well too. So basically, honey is a superfood if it's in its most raw and organically grown state. This is He Knows His Sport, checking out.